Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm Logan with All Paths Taken. This is part 21 of our 100% walkthrough of Bloodborne. We are going into our final chalices in this episode. We will be starting to grab our weapon, our final weapon that we need, the Beast Claw from the Ailing Loran Chalice. Then we will be conquering the final main story chalice, the Great Pthumeru Ihyll Chalice. As always, we are going to go for full completion, so every item, every secret, every boss, so grab your weapon of choice, and let's continue the hunt. So, we are, like I said, going to start with the Ailing Loran Chalice. You need Ritual Blood 4s, and you need Cold Blood Flower Bud. So, with those, again, the main thing is making sure you have them, and then again, the nice thing is we don't need to worry about Ritual Blood 5s. If you have gotten to this point as well, and you have not picked up your Living String or your other red jellies, you need to make sure you do that. Living String is located in the Nightmare of Mensis from the Mensis Brain at the bottom of the dark hole. So you got to go drop down like you're going to go get the Blood Rock, pull the lever, send him down into the Darkness Abyss. Then you got to find him at the base of Murgo's Loft, and then, you know, whack him until he's done. Then you'll be able to get the Living String. The red jelly is located on the first floor of the lecture building at the far end of the hallway on the right, in the room on the right. So if you have not grabbed those, instead of going back to look at my videos, make sure you do that. The other ingredient that you need for the Ailing Loran Chalice is the Cold Blood Flower Bud. This is, again, something you could purchase right here in the Dream. It's pretty easy, pretty straightforward to figure out. Now, let's get started with the Ailing Loran Chalice. Now, this one, we do not need to fully complete. I am only going to go up to the point where we need it to complete our trophy. So if you want to go all the way through, that's perfectly fine. We have to get to layer 2, and then in the side room, one of the side rooms in layer 2, that is where we will find the Beast Claw. I'm very excited because that is one of my favorite weapons in the game. It's so cool, so unique. It is unlike anything in Bloodborne, and it's so much fun. It is so much fun. So, the Ailing Loran Chalice is filled with pretty much only beast enemies. So, you're going to have a lot of enemies from Old Yharnam and the silverback enemies, or the silver beast enemies. That's pretty much the only enemies that are going to be in here. But, it's pretty cool. And all of these enemies are scaled for endgame, so they're going to be doing some pretty hefty damage. So just be aware of that as you go around fighting everything. They are going to hit very hard. So we're going to kill those wolves. Up at the top, watch out for the buttons. As you can see, we got these traps everywhere. Oh, hello. That's not good. You can see we got these traps, so just make sure you are paying attention to what buttons you are on. As every corner of the room, there is a button to step on. Bam! Love the church pick. I love it. You know, after I beat Amygdala last episode, I'm like, I gotta stick with my favorite weapon in the game. I gotta. I love almost all of the weapons in the game, but the church pick, it is just too good to not use. Especially for my final chalices. Alright, so we got a couple enemies to kill in here. Make that several enemies. What? Still alive? That's wild. Alright. Anybody else in here want to come and say hello? No? Well, alright then. Ooh, hello. Let's just run by you. And we'll go kill our Bell Maiden. Now, there should be 2 in here. Because one is summoning spiders that I just killed. And one is summoning those people that you see running around everywhere. So where, oh where, is that second one? Yay, more tomb mold. Thanks, that's what I wanted. Man, it's going to be exciting to finish Bloodborne for my first ever 100% walkthrough. It's been a blast. Love Bloodborne. But now we got to talk about what's next. So in the last episode at the end of it, I asked, what did you guys want to play next? Did you guys want to play Elden Ring or go through Elden Ring with me? Or did you want to go through something else? Like, Elden Ring is a game I've got like 700-800 hours in. I've played it a lot. It's a very good game. I could get through that fairly quickly. Like, it's still a gigantic game, and there's so much stuff that even I haven't done, because that's one of the games I actually have not platinumed from Software, just because of how massive it is. But I do know how to do everything in it, so it's not going to take me... It's not going to be incredibly difficult to do. Ouch. Ouch. I might be dead. There we go. That was the parry I needed. Those things are still super creepy. I love them, though. And here we get our chest for the side room. Again, once you are done grabbing your chest, you don't need anything else in here. You can just warp right back. If you want to search through and grab your basic items, you are welcome to. Alright, so now we can continue with the actual level. So all of the bosses in here are beast related. I believe your first boss that you'll fight is the, oh god, I can't remember its name. It's the beast that we find at the bottom of the Upper Cathedral Ward. That big tower. Ah, I can't remember its name. But we are just going to run through. I don't know about you, but I don't feel like getting poisoned. I'm just going to run through and grab the ladder at the far end of the room, because that's where we need to go. I believe there's a ladder over here. Oh, JK, I'm wrong. There it is. I knew it. I was like, I know there's a ladder somewhere. But I believe that is where we need to go, as it should take us pretty much right to the room where we need to be in. If not, pretty close. And it gets us around most of those enemies pretty easily. Aha! There it is. Told you. Oh, why'd you stop running? I prefer you when you're running, because then it's really easy to figure out what you're doing. Nice. He's gone. And we got our lever. Alright. Let's see. Since we're only doing this for the trophy, I don't really think we need to explore everything, because we literally just need the weapon. If you want to explore, you can. Unfortunately, today I'm on a bit of a time crunch, and with the holiday season being in full swing, and by the time I'm recording this, it's the week of Christmas, I have a few days that I'm going to be out of town, so I got to get recording done. So I apologize to everybody who wanted a full run-through of Ailing Loran, but unfortunately, it's just not going to happen. We're going to throw this puppy on, just in case I need it. I did need it. And look at that, there's even a trap behind it. You're welcome, everybody. We're going to open this door. We're going to run into the next room. There is a ton of enemies in this room, so be on the lookout for all of them. Try to bait them out one by one. Ooh, hello. You're aggressive. This one, I believe, will also drop another gem. Yep. So if you're a boomhammer lover, that's a good gem for you. Same thing with the stake driver, is that does a little bit of fire damage as well when you do its big charged attack. We get another one. What's this one gonna drop? Another gem or chunks? Another gem. Ooh, this is one of my favorite rooms. It's one of my favorite rooms. Because it just makes you really wonder how and where this is in relation to Yharnam. Because this is essentially saying, like, it's below, all of these are below Yharnam. But it's like, where exactly is this one located? You know what I mean? Because it's just a wild place. Because you just look into that big crevice and chasm and see a gigantic opening. And you're like, where in the heck am I? It's cool. It's so cool. It's like, am I by the Forbidden Woods? Am I between Hemwick and Canehurst? Where am I? But you don't really know. There's not really a good way to say it other than it's just beneath the surface of Yharnam. That's basically the lore of all of the Chalice Dungeons, unfortunately. Whoops, sorry. Hand slipped off the controller. Alright, so for these beasts, you want to use beast blood pellets and fire paper. If I remember correctly, we got... There you go, beast possessed soul. This dude loves to spam, and he loves to shoot fire. So just be on the lookout for that as well. But overall, if you get into this part where he's going to be spamming his attacks, parry and visceral attack, you will do just fine. That is the main strategy for this guy. He does have a grab, so pay attention when he has like a big charging swipe and tries to thrust a lot. That's when he will do his big grab that he's got. Got him. Beauty. Old chandelier. Oh, buffed himself. You gonna be an angry boy? Yes, you are. Gonna be big swipes. Swipe or no swiping. Got him. Easy peasy. Alright, so now we are on layer 2. So it'll either be this side room right away, if there is one, or it will be the next side room that is before the boss. Let me see. Did I write that down in my notes? Let me check. Side room before layer 2 lantern. Nice. So we only need to go through one layer of the Ailing Loran Chalice. Sweet. Now, if you want to go back and level up, you can. Like right now, I think what? I'm 132. I don't really need to worry about any more levels. You know, it's not the end of the world if I die. It's not going to ruin my run or anything. So, we are just going to simply go into the room. Let's kill all the rats. Trying to circle me, huh? Didn't work. Did not work. I'm too good for you. Too good for all y'all. Alright, what do we got later in here? Pile of gross. Lovely. Ooh, isn't it over here? I can't remember. It's been so long since I've tried to do this. I don't think it's here, though. Yeah, that's just rats over there. That's not where I need to be. Oh, ladder. Where's my ladder? There's my ladder. You know, the well-lit object on the side of the wall. That's where you need to go. Alright, so we're going to run this way. We can grab these items. And it should, if memory serves me, be on the other side of this wall. There it is! We just got one big silverback to kill. Ouch. No lightning. Please no worms. Okay, good. I couldn't remember. Could not remember. Ooh, tempering 5. That's pretty solid. Alright, here we go. If I had any Zelda music, I'd have played it. There it is, the Beast Claw. So if you have not gotten the weapons tool or the hunter tool trophy yet for owning every weapon of the game, this is where you're going to need to make sure you buy all of them from the hunter's workshop. Okay, if you have not gotten all of the badges either, you're going to have to look that up and you can see which ones you are missing, because every badge has some sort of weapon that you need to purchase, or every badge has a weapon that you need to purchase for this trophy, is what I was trying to say. So, you can buy them right over here. Again, this is all your melee, and then you will also need all of your handguns, your rifles, cannons, torches, fist weapons, sprayers, all of them, even the lock shield. So, that is something that you will need to do in order for that trophy. Now, we are going to head into our final chalice. The great Pthumeru Ihyll Chalice. God, dyslexia sucks. Especially when they put in, like, Old English words like Pthumeru. Take your time. Take your time. There we go. You know, if Bloodborne ever gets a remake or a remaster, I really hope they do the Elden Ring treatment where they give you the option of having emotes on. Because I am not a fan of any emotes. Like, that's just not my thing in video games. Alright. Here we are, baby. Layer 1, last chalice. Ooh, side room right away. Nice. I think before we go in there, though, I'm going to open this door up as well. And I'm just going to get the lamp. That way we can just warp right to it once we grab our chest from that section. Now, you don't technically need to do the side rooms, but this is the last story chalice that we need to do for the lore of Bloodborne. Or the main lore of Bloodborne, I should say. You technically have the Great Ihyll Chalice, and you have the Ailing Loran, and the Hintertomb, and Lower Hintertomb. But overall, those ones aren't worth a trophy, so they're not going to be included in this run. If you want to know what they are, let me know. Leave the comments. Leave a comment for me, and I will gladly make videos covering those as well, as they are pretty cool. They are unique. They do give you access to the last armor set in the game that you would need as well if you're going for legitimately every item. Alright, no items in here. Let's keep moving. I love how quiet this game gets every now and again. Like when you just stand here in the dark tunnel and you're just like, man, I sure hope nothing's around the corner, and you just sit and listen. And there's just nothing. God, that's horrifying, isn't it? Like, that's horrifying. Bloodborne's a horror game. One of the best horror games ever made, in my opinion. Alright, so we got a huge room. We got a dude with our chests. We got a couple items to grab as well. Take them out one at a time will be probably your safest strategy here. Do I have any? Oh, yes, I do. I have magic. Let's use the executioner gloves. Oh, that's not right. I'm dumb. Have I said I'm done before? Wow, and then it misses. How wonderful is that? I need to have my arcane a lot higher in order to use these the way to actually get damage. Because the executioner glove is actually really good. Like, it is really, really strong. It's probably the second strongest arcane magic in the game, with the other one being A Call Beyond as the best. Alright, we got Ritual Blood 5. Time to warp back. Alright, here we are. Ooh, I'm kind of low on bullets. I should go back and fix that real quick. Alright, here we are. I'm back. That was only like 30 seconds of my life I'll never get back. No big deal. Aw, man. I missed my parry. Nice. Got him. He's still alive! What a legend! So you can farm those guys for a little better gems, but understand that they are going to hit like a stinking truck. Still alive, dang. It's impressive, sir. Alright, so as you can see, things do a lot more damage. Ouch! And be careful for your other trap that's down there. So I like this chalice because it's got one of the most unique rooms in the game. Right here. Bodies hanging everywhere. Enemies all around you. Just kind of trying to look to trap you. It's pretty cool. Ouch. And it's got puppies. Everybody likes the puppies. Whoops. There we go. Alright, puppy number 2, where are you? Nothing, huh? Well, we'll use some magic and see what happens. Is he dead? Nope. Dang it. Alright, so, if I remember, this leads to pretty much nothing. Okay, we gotta go to one of the side doors that's gonna tell us where we actually need to go for the lever. But, let's explore this way, because I think there's a couple items in here. Throwing knife and shining coins. Kinda useless. Very useless. But that's alright. Now we're gonna backtrack, and then there should be a side room on the right or left that we will need to take in order to get going to the next area of the dungeon. Yeah, right there. Ooh, I hear my favorite character. I love how breathy she is. And that laugh is so creepy. I love it. There she is! Look at that! Oh, I fell. Dang it. Oh, hello. What's up? She fell too. Cool. I also just love how serrated her dagger is. It's so cool. Like, so cool. Such a cool enemy. I wish there was more in the game. I do. I wish a lot of those... I wish a lot of the nobles that were in Canehurst were like that instead of the nobles that they are now. You know what I mean? Because that'd be pretty cool. Alright, we got an enemy up here. This is the one that was throwing some poison knives up top, and I think there's another one over here too. Alright, here is our lever. Dang, they're beefy. Ritual Blood 5, cool. Too bad I don't need it anymore, but that's okay. Alright, so we can warp back, but I'm going to explore the rest of the zone, because there is just a little bit left that I have not gone to do. So you'd think, invisible wall. Nope, not an invisible wall. I just wanted to make sure you guys knew about that. Because there's so many people who are like, there has to be invisible walls everywhere in these Chalice Dungeons. No, there unfortunately is none. I shouldn't say none. There's only like one total. Alright, and here we are, back to our lamp. Let's see, should I go back and level up? Or should I do a side room if they got one? Let's do the side room first, and then we'll go back and level up. Level up, restock the blood vials, make sure I'm at full bullets, then go from there when we fight our first boss of the Pthumerian Chalice. Ooh, hello, big boy. Nice. Now, one of the things that's kind of cool in here is part of the Bloodborne lore, as you might be able to see over there above my head with that torch. It might be tough to make out. But that's another hunter. And it's not an NPC. It is like a legit enemy in the game. He will always spawn back. It's kind of cool. Because the lore of this game is like, these guys dug very deep because they're very greedy. And they got essentially corrupted by the blood like everything does down here. And this is an enemy that will always come back. Always. It's kind of cool. It's a tomb prospector. It's pretty sweet. How is that not a parry? I respectfully disagree. Ow. Sir, your gun hurts. How is that not a parry? Oh no, I'm dead. Ah, I love when I get parried. It doesn't happen very often, but it's pretty intense. Wow, the dude just emoted on me, dropped a rope Molotov on me. What a legend. What a legend. Alright, buddy, I'm back. I'm back, and I'm back with a vengeance. Miss me. Ow, you got me. I feel like this game lies with its hitboxes on the parry sometimes. Like, am I missing? Is that what it's telling me? Like, I'm missing? He's just sidestepping my gun? I feel like that's a lie. Alright, there we go. He gone. Again, he'll come back every time, though. Ooh, Tempering Blood Gem 6. That might be pretty good. Let's see. Nope, not really. That's okay. No big deal. Alright, so from here, there should be a tunnel. I believe it's under the bridge. Yep. And we're going to come out the other side. Don't run towards the barrels, because they will blow up. Let's see. Where's my other entrance that I need to take? Should be another entrance. Whoo! Dodging bullets. Do I have a ladder? I can't remember. It's been so long since I've done this. Hey, look, a ladder. Guys, I'm dumb. Did you know I'm dumb? I'm kind of dumb. Alright, what's down here? We got an item, some Tomb Mold 5. Now we're up here with our cannon bros. Then we can climb up top and hit the lever. We can go get those items, and I believe the lever is probably inside there. Or not the lever, the chest that we need from this side area. But let's grab this before we go back down. There it is. There's our chest. We got a couple enemies too that are hiding that we will kill as well. Oh, excuse me. Got the hiccups. Ooh, that seems pretty good. Cursed Damp Blood Gem. That's pretty solid. That one should actually be pretty good. Just gotta scroll through my million gems to find it. Ah, attack versus kin down. Ooh, actually, that's better. That's better than what I wanted. Nice. That is, in fact, better. Heck yeah. Alright, so we got our chest. We've explored everything. Let's warp back. Holy 342,000. I should go level up. Alright, boss fight time. I went back, leveled up, refreshed my blood and my bullets. Now let's go fight our first boss. I do want to take off the executioner's gloves. And when we get in, we will use fire paper and we will use beast blood pellets. This dude loves to hump a lot. Make sure that you are parrying. That's also his main attack that you're going to want to watch out for. As most of his other attacks, you'll be able to parry. Beauty. I wonder if this guy's name is Humphrey. I gotta be honest. Alright, now this is when the fight gets a lot harder because he'll do double damage. Since every attack he's gonna be hitting you with 2 swings instead of 1. Oh, well, that was anime. Too bad we didn't get to see it. Is he dead? Yes, he is. Heck yeah. Awesome. Very nice. Alright, now we're going to run all the way across and head down the lever, or the elevator to get to our next lamp. And we got another side room. Nice. Let's hit the lamp first, because if we end up dying in there, which is very possible, because it's so super endgame, everything's hitting hard, we want to make sure we warp back here so we don't have to wait for an elevator and come all the way back down to do this again. Ooh, I forgot about the poison swamp area. It's been a while since I've had to do this. Wow, I just went head first right into that molly, didn't I? You know what they say, no brains, no headaches. I don't get headaches very often. Alright, so where we essentially are trying to go is over there, climbing up and going around that way. I don't really recommend fighting everything. All of these items aren't super important. Like, I believe they're mainly just antidotes. So, if you want to get them, you can. If you don't, you don't. I'm not going to, because I don't really want to deal with all the poison and the nonsense that this level has to offer. So, run over here and climb up the ladder. You can grab your tomb mold. Just keep running by these boys. And we're going to open this door to get us into the next little section. You can also run through the swamp and come up down the bottom. That is very, very doable. I don't really recommend it because there's a good chance you're going to get poisoned. And poison's not fun to deal with. Even in endgame like we are right now. Ooh, there's a fire there. Did you know that? I didn't know that. I'm dead. The I'm dead shield worked, baby. Oh, maybe not. Whoo! Whoo! That guy didn't know there was a fire there either. Alright. I heard you. That was very nice of you to wait till I was done killing that thing before you tried to attack me. Tempering 5. Killed our spider. I believe we got, yep, much more spiders in here. Let's throw on another hunter's tool. Let's see, what do I want to use this time? You know what, we'll shoot more boogers. Let's shoot more boogers. I like shooting boogers. Beauty. Booger. Booger. More boogers. Boogers for everybody. I'm like a booger-filled Oprah. Alright, we did all of that and killed all those spiders for this very important Ritual Blood 5 that we will definitely need for the other story chalices. And I'm definitely not using sarcasm because this is the last one. I wish it was something cool that they could have given us in these. Aside from like the Ritual Blood to continually keep doing like the Ritual Root Chalices or other things like that. But it is what it is. I can't complain too much. I still like these a lot. I think they're really cool. I think it adds a good amount of variety and change into the game compared to what some of the other games have, where it's just like more of the same, nothing really different. Where this one, they kind of dove deeper into the horror aspect and they went into a little bit more of like a roguelike feel, which I really enjoy. Oh, that was an interesting noise. Alright. Let's open this bad boy up. And here we are. Sir, that was aggressive. Where's my big chest? Did I pass my big chest? Ah, that's right. 2 paths. There's my big chest. Alright, so we're going to grab this. And we'll have some rats to kill. Still alive. Impressive. Ow. Ow. Whoo! Still alive, baby. Hello. That's a very big hitbox. I've never noticed that, because I'm like, that was a perfect parry, pretty much. Alright, what's in the chest? What you got for me, Big Daddy? 2 mold. Thanks. Alright, let's head back, level up, and then we will move on with the level. Alright, let's move on into our level. So, we got a couple items down at the bottom. And I believe we're going to have a ball. Yep. Coming down through. Just roll, watch it roll by and get out of the way. Look at that thing just having a great time. Unfortunately, no items down there, so it's not like Dark Souls 3 where when you break the thing that controls the rolling ball, you get an item or a gem. Would be kind of cool. But that's okay. Again, you think this is an invisible wall? Nothing. We're gonna head this way. You can hear a fountain. Fountain is somewhere over yonder. I believe you gotta get it through a hidden room or a side room later in the level, if I remember correctly. But I could be wrong. Actually, no, that was the lamp. What am I talking about? That was the lamp. I'm dumb. Alright, so we're running to this doorway. We're kind of going in reverse this time. Where we're going to end up going down and coming out to that big open area or big open level. Be careful as you run by these because there is a level where there are gargoyles within the statues. And this is not one of those levels, but just be on the lookout for that because later in the level I believe there will be one. Most likely it will be... Ah, JK, there they are. I knew it. Told you there were. I'm not a dummy. Whoo! I almost got absolutely curb stomped by that thing. That would have hurt so bad. Oh, did you see a big blade? I didn't right away. Make sure you see it so you don't die like I almost did. Alright, so we come out here. We got a couple of tough enemies all hanging around. So how you want to do this first? It's by hitting Big Fatty over here. So he sees you and comes at you. And then we're going to want to kill Crawler. And see if Big Boy will be coming over after that. Nice, good blood gem. Ooh, he's even got puppies. Look at that. You coming over here? Are you coming over here? You are, good. Take your time, sir. Take your time. Oh, I'm dead. I'm so dead. JK, I'm alive. Nice. Perfect. That went pretty easily. Pretty smoothly. Alright, now we're going to drop down. And let me see. Is there anything we need to do over here? I don't think so. Because I know our thing we're looking for is right in there. And I'm probably just going to run in and die. I'm going to be quite frank. Because there's a boatload of enemies there. And it's honestly just not worth trying to fight it. Especially when you're just going for a lever. So, over on the right... You have how many enemies? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 enemies. If you want to fight them one-on-one, you can. Looks like I'm going to because they're all coming. But just understand, it's probably worth just slapping a blue elixir on, running in, hitting the lever. And then if you have the ability to, running out. If not, just die. It's no big deal. Because Mace Boy over there is the hardest watcher to kill. Because he does move super fast. And he's very erratic. And his whole body turns into a hitbox. Just so you're aware. So be on the lookout. Not a super great time to deal with. I love how this thing moves around, though. It's so funny. I don't understand why he just keeps rolling. Alright. Is this enough? Nope. Now it is. I don't know why that thing just rolls around so much, but it's hilarious, and I love it. Alright, last enemy in this chalice section. Got him. That'd have been bad if I'd have just died to him. Alright, let's warp back. Again, there really isn't anything much that's worth your time. Like, I'll show you the gems that I have gotten. Nothing super crazy. Like, that one's better than anything that I've gotten, but it's not super important to put on. But I'll probably put that on the next time I go through the levels. Or the next level I go through. But for now, we're going to move into the next little side room, because I believe there's one more side room over here. Yep. Well, he's dead. All right. Got a couple rats to kill. Ooh, do I want to kill the scorpions? Well, I guess I got to kill this one. Ouch, ouch. Man, these things are tanky. My goodness. Alright, I'm not fighting this one. I'm just going. That one's annoying. That's an annoying enemy right there. Okay, so we're going to have to come back that way. But enemy's going to pop out. Yep. Remember, anytime you see a box like that, means an enemy's going to come out. Ooh, big balls. Let's run down. Ooh, hello. Let me in. Thank you. Don't run over the button. Bold Hunter's Mark, Quicksilver bullets. Backstone, or backbone, there we go. Beauty. Now we can run all the way back. And now we can drop down and run into those tunnels. I am going to run over this way first and grab this item. That way the scorpion will hopefully leave me alone. Nope, he's coming. But we're going to run this way. And we got a hook boy to deal with. That scorpion is still coming. That is one dedicated thing. Alright, is there anything else? Nope. Looks like we gotta run past the scorpion. And we gotta go down the other tunnel, because this one looks like if you fall off from the swinging axes, you gotta run back up that way. So we're gonna come through here. And we'll see where this leads. Ah, familiar, yet different. Another flaming boulder? Question mark? Nope. Alright. That's fine with me. Now we got fire paper, ritual blood 5s, and we got an enemy. How is he not getting hit? Oh, that's unfortunate for me. Alright, let's get in here for our chest. Oh, too early. There it is. Oh, and then I do that. What? Why am I bad? There we go. Much better. Ooh, another gem. Maybe they gave me 2 20s. Let's see. Nice. I got 2 20%ers. Beauty. Nice. Red jelly. So if I want to do the Greatest Chalice, I also can do that as well. Ritual blood 5s. Ooh, odd cursed gem or odd tempering gem. That it? Looks to be it. Let's see. What was that gem? Before I warp out of here, what was that gem? Not very good. Alright, let's head back to the dream. Let's head back to the dream. Level up. I'll put those nice gems on. Get a little bit more damage from my church pick. And then we'll continue on to the boss fight. Alright, let's run to our boss fight. See who it is. Want to take this off. Now, if I remember, one of my favorite bosses, who I'm pretty sure this is up next. Yes, it is. The bloodletting beast makes his return, and he's headless. Love this dude. He's so cool. Again, I don't recommend fighting him locked. Oh, that was aggressive, sir. Oh, good move. There's the worm. Remind you of any game that you might have played? Maybe one that won Game of the Year? Oh, he got me. What a legend. Yeah, needless to say, the Guardian Ape in Sekiro was based off of the Bloodletting Beast. Pretty cool, right? Probably one my top 2 Chalice bosses is this one. It's so cool. He's not number 1. Number 1's Watchdog. I think Watchdog and Defiled Chalice is one of the most rewarding fights in Bloodborne. Because it's so tough. There's so many different ways you can go about fighting him. I choose to do the harder and slower one, which is like standing in front of the face. Because it's, to me, it's harder because it takes a lot longer, so there's more chances for you to mess up. But it's a lot more predictable, where when you try to get by his butt, it's really hard to figure out what's going on. Whew! Couldn't figure out where I was. That's a grab. Oh, nope, it's not. Never mind. I saw the hand coming up, and I thought it was his grab. He does have one. It's really, really crazy. I'm gonna die. I'm so gonna die. I'm in a terrible spot. No rapid. Man, this thing covers a lot of area. I almost died. Whew! He's coming. That's okay. That's okay. That's not okay. So if you hit the worm enough times, believe it or not, you can get a visceral. But it's really hard to do. Ouch. God dang it. Ow. Good move. Sir, you are so aggressive. Oh, good move. Come on, one hit. Nice, we got it. Let's go. Thing's so cool. It's so gross. I love them. Nice. That was fun. That was a fun fight. I enjoyed this game way too much. Alright, so that's layer 2. Now I believe we are on our final layer. We just have one more side room, and then the final boss, or the final layer and the final boss, and then we are done with Bloodborne. What a ride, man. I love Bloodborne. Alright, here we go. Oh, what am I doing? I gotta go backwards. I gotta go backwards. Forgot about the side room. Possibly our last side room. I don't remember if we got another one after this. So how does it feel, guys, to only have one trophy left? You got every single other trophy done but this one. And all you got to do is beat the queen. Hey, I told you there was a fountain over here. Or I told you there was a fountain in the chalices. There's a couple of them. Oh, hello, sir. So before I continue on going that way, let me just show you what I mean by what this fountain does. So when you come over here, you can purchase items at a way higher price, so I don't recommend it. Or you can buy different weapons. Like this one has all of the DLC weapons. Pretty cool, right? So if you have them in your inventory, you now can get it with different gems. So for example, Uncanny is like the 2 circles and triangles. Lost is the circle, triangle, and crescent, right? Or star, triangle, crescent, and so on, right? So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I really like, I have on my completed character, I have all of these. And I found the other chalice that has all of the other weapons as well. And then you can buy the Sinister as well, which is basically like the Defiled Chalice. I don't recommend doing those. I've only done it once, and I was like, never again. That is some of the hardest stuff that I've ever done, and it was just honestly not worth it. It wasn't worth it, because if I wanted to fight the boss again, I'd just come do this one, because this one's pretty fun. Oh, I missed. Let's just hit those so I don't accidentally trigger it if I decide to run back. But we're running this way. Ooh, an item. Nice. It's almost like I meant to come this way for the items. Got a bullet. Got great ones, cold blood. This is pretty cool. I'll show you this. Just want to make sure there's no enemies around. Way down yonder, but he doesn't see me. Alright, so Great One's Cold Blood is the highest amount of cold blood that you can get in the game. It's pretty cool. It is a relic containing blood echoes of a Great One. Used to gain cosmically nightmarish blood echoes like the true revelation. This uncanny relic defies understanding. Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool, because the step below it is the kin cold blood, which is kind of like a red sphered blood version of it. Now we get like a blue-green, kind of like the madman's knowledge inside the blood. It's pretty gross. Pretty gross, pretty cool. I like it. Ouch, kabibbles. Alright, well that one's dead. That one's dead. Beauty. Now we got some more that we're going to need to kill. Or you could just do what I'm going to do, because it's not really worth doing anything else. Oh, that was not good. Ah, man. So close to my ritual blood. That's fine. No big deal. It's alright. It's not an item that we super need. But I'm going to go back and just speed run my way through to it. Alright, so we backtrack, go through the short area, or the turn. Climb the ladder. Run down the quiet hallway. Take a left past this dude. Run past this dude. Run all the way around. God, it's so creepy that this game's quiet when you're just running through the world. Like, it's one thing that's kind of nice in Elden Ring is you have the ambiance, and same with Sekiro, you have the ambiance music going on. So you constantly hear something, and it's not just silence. Yellow backbone. That's what we were missing. Y'all see nothing. Alright, now that was our big chest, so we can run out and go away. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. Alright, now we can run through the level. So we are going to start by dropping off, just checking to see if there's an enemy up here first, and there is not. Alright, so we got that dude dead. This dude's gonna die eventually. There we go. I'm gonna ignore the scorpion and ignore the hunter for now. Because the main thing that we want to do is over here. Again, you can kill these dudes. This is the final chalice. All of them are really hard. All of the enemies are really hard. Very high health. Very high damage. Not really worth it, in my opinion, anymore to kill everything. Unless you're trying to get your character maxed out on levels. If you're trying to do that, then absolutely you will get a ton of levels for killing everybody in the game. But just understand that you're going to be putting yourself more at risk to make this way longer and way harder than it needs to be to get your platinum. Because after all, that's why I'm making these videos, right? For you guys, so that you want 100% a game because you love this game enough. You want to say you've done everything. There are different variations of what that means. To me, it's getting every trophy. Or if there's like a legit challenge enemy that the game has put in there for you to face, you got to face it. And this one, I think, is more or less like, hey, if you want to explore everything and learn all the lore, then you got to do it and kill all the dudes. Because they can drop different stuff. But to me, I'm like, nah, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. That's like a lot of more death that I don't really feel like having. You know what I mean? Like, I've died a lot. I don't really want to die anymore. Alright, so we got the queen. She loves to use different blood magic. and blood attacks. I would not recommend bringing in an NPC to help you. Again, it just gives her more health and I believe a little bit more posture, a little bit more damage. Not really worth it in my opinion. The main thing to deal with is her ability to clone herself, because she loves to clone herself. How you will tell the difference is in one of two ways. One, if you shoot her and she doesn't go away, that's how you know it's the real one. If you shoot her from a distance, because it's faster than running than hitting her, and she goes away, that's the fake one. The other way of identifying if it is the right queen is if she has the blood sword. The blood sword is way cooler than the Chikage in my opinion, but we don't get it very often. You also want to try to resist spamming attacks even when you get up on her and have the ability to just wail on her. You want to attack maybe twice, then dodge once or twice, let your stamina come back, and repeat, because her child, the infant great one, Murgo, will eventually grab you, and then she will run up and grab you and do a grab attack. It's kind of gross, kind of sick, but that's basically the fight. It's pretty cool. She also has a blood version of Firestorm, that giant fire spell that's been going in these games since Demon's Souls, so be on the lookout for that. But she does rapid poison, so you do want to make sure you got some pretty good garb. There's Murgo's attack. There's some of her arcane magic. Again, you want to try to avoid getting hit by those. Ow. She hits very hard. So again, when you hear the baby crying, you just want to move a little bit so you don't get grabbed. If you don't hear the baby, then you're good to go. I want this visceral really bad. Alright, half health. This will be when phase 2 kicks in. So that one is fake because it does not have the blood sword. Oh, that was a grab. And that is also fake, I believe. Yep. Oh no, I found the real one. Look at that. There's the blood sword. Again, I don't know if you can hear it very well, but when you hear the baby cry, you gotta make sure you're moving, because otherwise you will get grabbed and it's just not good to deal with. Oh, Murgo, let go. There's the one with the sword. Oh, that's the blood firestorm that I said watch out for. No! Woo! That was a lot of damage. Oh, good move. I forgot about that one. I'm gonna die. I somehow am alive. I'm gonna die. This is death. Yep. I got stuck in the corner because she hit me with her attack. Dang it. That's alright. You can see how this fight is pretty tough, right? It's pretty cool, though. I like it. I like it because it's a good skill check to try to figure out how to deal with 3-on-1. The one thing I forgot about was that the enemies don't go away if you just start hitting the one with the blood sword. I forgot about that. Alright, so if for some reason I don't win, I will attach the next fight will be the boss fight or the victory that I win. Just because, you know, nobody wants to watch it happen again and again and again. Whoo! Dodging bullets! There we go. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I didn't want to hit her. I just wanted to poke the air around her. Oh, not a backstab. What? Oh, there's the grab. That's fine. She's buffing herself. Oh, JK. Ow, ow. Alright. Where is she? Ah. Ow. Let's go kill the other one so that one doesn't join in too. Now we can start messing up the queen again. Thank you for being patient. No, Murgo, no! Murgo, calm down. I swear I'm only trying to touch your mother, not kill her. I'm gonna die again. Murgo, you're really annoying. Has anybody ever told you that before? Alright, there's one. There's two. Ouch. Whew! That was a lot of damage. Holy blood, my goodness. No parry from that? That's wild. Oh my goodness. Alright. Alright, do I risk it? Do I risk it for the biscuit? I think so. Woo! We got it. There's the victory. And boom! Your final trophy should be popping up here any second. Heck yeah, we did it. We did it, baby. That is all the trophies in Bloodborne. Thank you, everybody, for joining me on this wild adventure. I apologize it took so long, in all honesty. And if you're watching this way in the future, and you didn't get to be around for my 2-week gap as I moved to a new house, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys all. Whether you've been here the whole time or you're showing up just for the Bloodborne run or for the individual episode, thank you. I appreciate you for being here. Now, let me know in the comments what game you want me to play through next. I'm leaning towards Elden Ring. If I don't get a lot of people commenting or telling me what to do, that's the next game we will be playing. So, thank you everybody for joining me. I hope you all have a fabulous day. Congratulations on beating Bloodborne and getting your 100% walkthrough accomplished. So, I will see you all in the next episode. Have a wonderful day, everybody.